Davey, the most important thing I want to talk about today, how is the gaffer?
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger. I think from obviously the last few weeks, he's on the phone more. He speaks to Aaron a lot. I spoke to him Friday, and then he's obviously been on the phone to the players Saturday at 3 different times, so he's definitely improving. Just obviously he needs to be careful and get the right recovery, but he's definitely going the right direction. So hopefully, and then for foreseeable future, he'll get out and then obviously get back to us some point soon.
Aaron mentioned one thing recently that everyone can see, well, hear the improvement in his voice. That must give everyone a lift.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's like from the first time I think we heard him just getting that strength back in his voice, but you can definitely hear that he's definitely back to who he is and the strength he's got. So no, I definitely think he's improving. And speaking to him, he's definitely going on the right track. He's getting well looked after in the hospital, and he's in the right place. And then hopefully, if he keeps improving, he'll get out. But he's definitely getting stronger.
Just looking at Sunderland, we've played them quite recently. Does that change preparation in any way, and how have we got ready for this one?
No, I mean, it's a quick turnaround. Again, the players have been fantastic in the fact there's so many games in a short space of time, but we'll still do the same things. We'll still show them some sort of analysis. We'll still do things in the pitch that we did today, but just been mindful of that they've obviously played on Saturday. Obviously, because we played them recently, but Sunderland have improved with a few new signings, which we need to take into consideration. But there's a lot of stuff from the last time we played them recently we can look at, and also we need to look at the games they've played recently, because obviously they've got some new players. So we'll still do the same things, we'll still prepare as we always prepare. And again, maybe as a positive note, we played them recently, so we've got a good idea of what to expect.
I think it's fair to say the last result was quite narrow. It wasn't a very one-sided affair. Do we take anything from that, and is there any incentive there, or is it just clear path, new mindset, and go into the game?
Talking to the players, I think that we didn't start the game as well as we have done, and I think that they got a foothold in the game early and they managed to score a goal. And again, in this league, when you do score first, a lot of times you win the game. Unfortunately, them scoring early, we didn't manage to get a goal back, but we did create enough chances. If you didn't think the second half was a great reaction from the players, and I think if it had been like that at the start, we probably wouldn't have lost the game. But credit to them, I think the players are quite self-aware on the fact that we didn't do as well that game as we have, even though we finished it better. And we really just want to try and make sure we start the game and we get into the game as we have done the majority of the time with the right mentality. And again, I've got to credit the players a lot from everything that's went on. They work so hard, they take things on board, they try and execute whatever we try and ask of them, and we just keep trying to do that. You know, they keep working hard, the staff are all working hard, the managers getting more involved, which is good, and we're just really trying to, the most important thing is trying to get results, trying to get points, and fortunately we did that Saturday, and we'll try again to do that on Tuesday.
Yeah, winning's always a good routine to get into. What do we have to do to record a consecutive win?
Score goals. Now, just consistency. I think that we had such a good run before, and then recently we've obviously beat Peterborough, unfortunately lost the Crew. But again, even in that game, we definitely deserved something from the match. We didn't. It's not games where you didn't deserve something. So it's just trying to build on Saturday and try and obviously get a foothold, try and score first if we can. And just make sure we try and win. But again, the mentality's good, the environment's good, the players are in a really good place, and they're working very hard, as I said earlier, and that's all we can continue to try and do is and help them to try and win games.
I don't want to single any players out, but I'm going to single some players out. How impressed have you been with Donald Love and Sean Goss, especially with their attitudes in getting back to the team, maybe when it's personally frustrating for them not playing?
Yeah, it's a good question. I spoke to both of them because it is obviously football's football, and I said to both of them even previously, it's fickle in football. Things always change, whether it be as a general point of view, injuries or whatever it may be, and it's just a new manager comes in and things change. And Sean was down with me with the academy at one point because he wasn't involved here, and what I must say is the attitude was first class, as Donald's has been, to be fair. The one thing I would say that goes in their favour is they didn't mope, they didn't moan. They just got on with it, they weren't involved, but I think it's a great example to any player in the fact that their attitudes were first class, and I think that's really helped them because their attitudes were so good. And again, when they come down and train with the 18s, what a great example Sean was, and then Donald ran about the place, and all they've done is keep working away. They've got back in the team, and it's great for them, and I said that to both of them, it's good for their point of view. It's just football, you know, it's opinions in football. They're back in, they're playing, and obviously they're always happy when they're playing, but to be fair to them, they never moaned about it. Obviously not happy, not being involved, but they weren't the types that would go kind of moaning against the managers and stuff like that. They've never done that, and I just think their hard work they've put in and keeping the right mentality has now allowed them to get back into the team.
Another great example, Olly Norburn's closing in on 100 appearances.
Yep.
Just off the pitch, what kind of presence is he and what influence does he have on the squad?
I think he's got a really good influence. I mean, I got on well with Ollie. There's a number of things that happen on a day-to-day basis or week-to-week basis, and he's been really good with a number of things that have happened, or not these things, just little things helping to communicate with players. He's been excellent, and he's got that drive about him. I think that it was him I was speaking to this morning. He was saying, yeah, we just didn't do as well against Sunderland. We want to make sure we put that right. So I think he's self-aware and he's trying to drive things, drive the standards that the managers put in, the standards that Adam, myself and the rest of the staff are trying to put in. And he's been excellent for me, and he does take things on board. We can trust him, and again, that on top of everything else, his performances have been very good as well.
With standards in mind, how impressed have you been with Curtis Maine during his first few days with the club?
Yeah, good. You see that the first day he came in. I mean, if you ask some of the players, like right away he was on it. You know, he's in really good condition. He looks really fit, really focused, I must say. And the first day that we trained in the games, every day he kind of caught everybody's eye because he was really at it. And obviously then getting into the next day training and into games. The weekend, I think he did really well. I mean, the first half he was excellent, held the ball in well, worked hard. He was a really good focal point for us. I mean, he did admit himself, he'd had a little bit in the second half because he's not been playing regularly the past few weeks, but he's had a lot of games before that with Aberdeen. But no, we're just delighted to have him. I think he's been a really good acquisition, and you see him again even this morning. He's really switched on, really focused, and I think he's been a really good addition.
Just a couple of housekeeping things. Squad news, how are the lads going into this one? And is Harry Chapman all okay? He came off right at the end of the last
game. He's fine, yeah. He's fine, there's no problem at all with Harry. He was just had a little bit of cramp. I think because he's working so hard with the group, and again I think that when you think about Harry, his work rate is allowing him to get the goals. He's got such good quality, but he's really is putting some shift in, as all the players are doing, to be fair, and I think he's getting the rewards from that. No, he's fine, you know, and again we're looking good. There's nobody else on the weekend that we've got concerns about, and we get into Sunderland with a positive mindset to hopefully get something.
Just some personal questions about you. How have you found working with the first team? You've been here a while now.
Yeah, good. No, again, listen, I think I said a way back when I spoke to you before, like I know a lot of the players have been here for a couple of years, and it's been fine. I think I've enjoyed it, and hopefully if I can help to support, as I said before, the manager, support Aaron, support the players, and just try and help them to get results, and great. No, it's been good. And I said the most important thing is how the players are, and I think the players have been excellent. I said that I credit them with their work ethic, their attitude, their application, and really, and since the manager's not been around, just trying to drill through those same values, those same standards that he's brought to the club. That's all we can do, and I think that all the staff are doing that, all the players are continuing to do that, and from a personal point of view, it's been really good. Yeah.
I just want to get your insight on something. What is the difference between coaching the under-18s and then going into the senior team? I assume there's a shift between learning and getting results.
Yeah, good question. I mean, I've been involved with first teams before, so I've got a good understanding of both. Obviously, the 18s is mostly development. Yeah, you want to win games, but it's not the be-all and end-all. You're looking at trying to get players into the first team. That's all it's about, 18s and below. The first team is getting the results. You know, yeah, you still want to play well and you want to get good performances, and you still want to develop players. And I think, in fairness to the manager, there's a big part of that here, that we're not just trying to win games at all costs. Yeah, we want to win, but there's still development in that. But the winning is obviously more important than it is at academy level. Academy is just about developing players, try to get players into the first team, and that's all we try and push with the younger ones, is we try and get that individual development so they can hopefully step up to this level. With the first team, I think we've still got to develop players without a doubt, but the priority's got to be getting results, getting 3 points, winning games, and I think the beauty of it is trying to do that with good performances, which I think, to be honest, the players are doing.
Do you think there's a real opportunity right now for the younger lads to impress, having you up here, being a bit of a bridge?
Potentially, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's like, it helps definitely the manager and Aaron, because I can tell them about some of the players there. Again, everybody's got to see things for themselves. I believe any manager must see, even though I might think, oh, Lewis is a terrific player, need to have a look at him. I think they've really got to see for themselves. But what it does allow us to do is try and create that pathway a little bit clearer. And again, as a football club, we want to do that. It's not going to happen overnight, but we do want to make sure in the future we are bringing more players up, more players come through. And I think, to be fair to the manager, he's done that at other clubs. He's brought a lot of young players, whether out for the clubs or in through an academy, and I think he wants to do that, and it's just got to be at the right times. And again, there's some of the boys, I say, young players that are a wee bit inconsistent, and we're just trying to get them to get more consistency, whether it be their application, their performances, and then hopefully if they can do that and they come up really impress. But I've had up quite a few of them at different times already. A few come up this morning and trained. I mean, I just ask Alex, who's obviously in 18s, who deserves to come up. And I think it's important they realise that, they get opportunities if they deserve it.
And finally from me, I know you're a team player, but how pleasing would it be to see an academy graduate net a 90th minute winner?
Oh, that'd be lovely, yes. No, listen, again, at some point in the future, we'll definitely get players into the first team in the future. It's just, but the players have got to earn the right to do that, and I do think we will, and that's the whole point initially why I came here. Obviously my role's changed at the moment, but we're still adamant that we want to try and bring young talent through when we can.
Cheers, David.
You're welcome.